It's story time tea, that's me, and today I'm here to tell you a story about the only time that somebody broke up with me. Okay? So, I'm gonna get straight into it. Background knowledge. I've had 20 partners, okay? Had me two them days, had me about 3 girlfriends. 4 girlfriends. And then the rest was boys. Okay? But out of all of those relationships, I would consider like 5 of them to be like real relationships. Cause like sometimes you just get into relationships when you're in high school, but it's like nothing that tracks at all. Or like, like my definition of relationship is like we learn each other, we grow together, some time has passed, A lot of those relationships were like seasonal things. Like I seen you in the spring, we was good. Oh, spring ended and you was gone. Like you were cut. Season changed, you was cut. And so being as though that's like half of those relationships, I really only claim like 6 of my exes. So it's just like these is just one of those ones for real. Like if he said that we dated, I'd be like, all right. But like I'm not gonna tell anybody. Like if I see him, like, oh, that's my ex-boyfriend. We was babies. And so that's what the story is about. This is a high school story. Okay? So it's about a cool junior year. And I was like kind of playing around in high school. Like once I got in college, that's when I really locked in. But when I was in high school, I was like going to the park. I was going downtown. I was at practice. I left practice and I guess I was doing homework, but like I was just doing what I had to do to get by. I wasn't like I was not locked in until like senior year came, and I was like, what am I about to do after this? And then I started being like, oh yeah. But like I cared about school, and so my grades was good the whole time. But it's just like I was playing, I was outside. Like I was a kid. I was living kid life. So yeah. And that's how I kind of met him. So like he was the cousin of somebody that I was cool with for real. So like I would see him a lot. I actually never mind, not gonna say that. Off topic. But yeah, so he was like the cousin of somebody that I was cool with, and he was like really nice. Like I would just see him occasionally, and I was like, oh, you cool for real. And so then like eventually like we started like talking when he wasn't around, because like he had got my number or something like that. So we just started hitting a bunch of these, And so after a little minute, he was just like, oh, will you be my girlfriend? I was just like, sure, why not? But the whole thing about it was neither one of us drove, because like we're in high school, so you ain't necessarily going to drive for real. And then it was just like we didn't live close. Like the reason why I was seeing him so much is because like his family lived over there, but he didn't live over where I was living at, or like where my school was and nothing like that. Like it wasn't easy to get to him. So it was just like, I ain't finna see this boy. And so we was together, but like, yeah. And so basically we was together for like a little minute, and after a certain point in time, I started like standing out at his house and hanging out with him, like, and da. But the thing is, clearly in 11th grade, I should not be spending the night at nobody's house. So obviously it was some fuckery going on there. I was doing something I wasn't supposed to be doing. Bad me, shouldn't have been being grown. I own that. I shouldn't have been being grown. I didn't spend the night at his house that many times. And when I went, I was with other girls. It just so happened that he was there too. It was his house. Well, it was his own house. But the main point is, I was over that joint. And so we were always just like, hang out, be together, da. We would like go on little trips together. Like it was... I was supervised, and I really wasn't being grown like 80% of the time, but like still, it shouldn't have happened. It shouldn't have happened. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, we just got closer. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I love you. Oh my gosh, you're the best. Ooh, everything's great. Type shit. And so everything was going fine, but then it was just like, I had got in trouble. Because as I told y'all, clearly I shouldn't have been doing that, right? And so I had got Instagram because this girl made me an Instagram. Because she made me an Instagram and she made me a Twitter. And I wasn't really keeping up with it for real. But yeah, she made me both of those. And then I'm dumb. I'm thinking everything's sweet. I got my cousin on my Instagram and I put up a picture of me and him, right? Tell me why she screenshotted it or whatever, and or showed it to her mom or whatever. Her mother called my father and now I'm in trouble. And I'm just like, and so my dad going nuts because at the time, I really wasn't up to nothing. I really wasn't doing nothing, but my dad was just like, why do you got some little boy standing behind you in some mirror and you look like you got on pajamas? Like, where was you at? Da, da, da. And I'm just like, I blew my own spot up. Why did I post that? And that's the reason why I never posted again. I got off the whole ass app. Left the whole ass app for dead and didn't come back to that fucking app for like 3-4 years. Like, was it 5 years? I got off of Instagram so quick and never looked back. Like I didn't get an Instagram back until like December of 2019. Because I was just like, what the fuck? I'm just like, why did she snitch on me like that? She's supposed to be my cousin. I thought she was my man's. Like, I'm like, I didn't even do anything this time. I'm like, what's going on? And so I'm like having a fucking, not even a quarter life crisis for real, because how old was I? But like, yeah, I'm just like, oh my gosh, my life is over. My dad probably think I'm doing stuff that I ain't even doing. I'm not even like up to nothing. I shouldn't have been there. And you right, like I can't even be mad. I'm like crying, like, oh my gosh, he gonna make us break up, like so emotional. And so I told my boyfriend, I'm just like, I'm gonna get in trouble. They probably gonna take my phone and I'm not gonna be able to see you and I'm not gonna talk to you. He's like, oh my goodness, this is so bad. Like, yo, I swear, like, he probably did care, but like knowing what I know now, I feel like that nigga ain't care. But like, yeah, so I was just like, oh my gosh, my life is falling apart. And so then I stopped spending the night at his house and I stopped seeing him like that because I was just like, I can't get in trouble with my dad. I'm just like, it's my dad. Like, if I get in trouble with my mother, I'm just like, no, not my mother. But if I get in trouble with my dad, I'm just like, he hate me. No. I'm disappointing my ancestors. So I was just like, it was just so traumatic to me, even though I knew that I didn't really do nothing. I was just like, I should have never did this, I should never did that. And so I'm in shambles and everything like that. And so it just goes on for weeks or whatever. And so I ended up talking to him, like I ain't talked to him for like a whole week. It was only a week, it was literally like 7 days I ain't talked to him. And then like I got my phone back. And I talked to him and I'm just like, oh, this and that. And he's just like, oh yeah, you've been gone for so long, da 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 da. I'm just like, all right, I do want to see you, but like the next time I see you, I'm not gonna be able to spend the night or nothing because like, you know how shit be. Like, like I just got in trouble for this. I'm not about to do something that I'm not supposed to be doing when I literally just got in trouble for it. So it's that type of thing. And so he was like, all right, that's fine. Like, I'm gonna just come visit. I'll just come over there and I'll see you and da 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 da. And so like we were seeing each other, but we weren't like spending the night with each other or nothing like that no more. It was more so like just us having phone conversations, stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh, he loves me. I love him. Everything's so great. It was like we kind of got back to normal, even though like we wasn't spending the night with each other no more. Like we still like got back to like where as though I thought shit was cool for real. I'm thinking shit's cool for real. And then like all of a sudden he's just like, oh, I wanted to talk to you. And I'm just like, you wanted to talk to me? I'm like, you wanted to talk to me. Mind you, this is like a time span of like probably like 7 months or something like that. But he was like only my boyfriend for like I'm gonna say like 5 of those months. Until we had this conversation or whatever. He was like, I wanted to talk to you. We ended up not talking for like a whole week. Like we kept on like dilly-dallying and a kiki and a ha and on the phone and everything like that. But then we wasn't talking because he was just like, oh, he wanted to talk to me in person or something like that. Something like that. I'm saying something like that because shorty, it was so long ago. And so I was just like, okay. And so we ended up talking and then like, I think he like wrote me a letter. Y'all, did this man write me a letter? But like he was just basically, this man gave me his formal resignation. I'm not gonna say that's where I got it from because like his shit was way different than mine. Mine's be set up perfectly, you know. I'd be giving formal resignations. But I think I got the general idea of that from him because I swear he wrote me a whole letter like, I love you, everything is great. da da da. I just want us to be friends because this, and that. Do, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, this nigga just broke up with me? Mind you, he's like my, probably like my 5th boyfriend or something like that. And so I'm just like, niggas don't be breaking up with me. So I was mad as shit. I went to school the next day like, yo, free me. I don't want to be here. And I'm over here taking tests, mad shit like, but like, then I was just like, you know what? He right. It's fine. It's cool. Like, obviously, this wasn't going to be like one of those high school love stories. Like, oh, we've been together ever since we was in 11th grade. Da 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 da. Whoop whoop whoop. So I didn't think that it was going to be like that. But I'm just like, and then please don't cook me because I know that it's wrong. But I just want y'all to think what I was thinking. I want y'all to hear my thoughts. I'm thinking, nigga, you built like a light-skinned Oscar Proud, and you got some nerve to be talking about some, oh, you don't see us together. Who you see you with? Because you're not cute enough to get nobody. And so I was so mad. I was just finding any reason to just be smart. I was just like, you know what? And I'm just like, all right, I'm not going to be spiteful. I'm not going to be vengeful. I'm not going to try to do anything to get back. I'm just like, it's cool. You broke up with me. We're broken up. It's fine. I ain't mad. But the whole thing about it is, as we was like the ending of our relationship, he had got this girl best friend. And she was just being a weird ass bitch. And I'm just like, I hate bitches. Cause like they be knowing what they doing, and I just did not like that. But I was just like, I'm not gonna say really too much on her, because if you are doing what you're supposed to do, you're not even gonna allow somebody the space to disrespect me or our relationship. So that's basically how that was. And my brain always been like that since I was like 2. I'm just like, if you fucked with me, this wouldn't be happening. And so I've always been like that. And so since she was just being weird and he was just allowing her the space to be weird, I was just like, nah, I don't like that. And so obviously I said something to him about it, and that's what kind of like triggered the whole like us not being as cool as I thought we was. And then like a week later, him being like, oh, we should break up. I didn't really care no more, because I'm just like, bruh, I'm cutting my losses at this point, because this was a long distance relationship and I ain't never signed up for no long distance relationship. I don't like stuff like that. So I'm just like, you got it, Oscar, you got it. And so we move. After that, like, he would still text me. I would still talk to him sometimes. Like, he would call me occasionally. We would be cool, because it's just like, we got people in common. So it's just like, I'm gonna end up seeing him eventually anyway. But it's just like, I don't go out of my way. Like, if I know he gonna be there, I don't be like, oh, let me show up. Like, no, if it wasn't for me to be there already, I just don't fucking go. And so that's basically how it was. But time passed, and I would say like maybe like a year later, me and him started like being cool again. Now I feel like this was sophomore year, because now I'm thinking, yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. This happened sophomore year. Because a year later came and I was a junior. Cool. All right, so yeah, a year later came and he was just like, oh, I'm having a birthday party, da 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 da. I'm just like, oh yeah, I'll come, that's cool, whatever. So I go to his little birthday party. It's like a lot of people there. A lot of them people weren't in relationships or anything like that, and it was a couple people that I knew. And so like we was playing like, you know, high school games. Niggas be doing dumb shit, you know, the little spin a bottle shit. Like we did not spin a bottle, but we had like never have I ever, you know, the regular little whatevers. And so I think somebody had like dared somebody to kiss me or something, and he was like, no, we're not doing that one, because, and I'm just like, so now I can't get a kiss, but you out here acting a natural born fool. But like, I didn't want to kiss the person that it was anyway, so I was like, thank you. He was like, it's my birthday party, so I make the rules, and I'm saying we ain't doing that shit over here. So I was just like, hey. I was like, because I did not want to kiss shorty. But yeah, it was just like, yeah. That's basically how it was. The party was cool. We had regular little drinks, because, you know, I didn't drink and I didn't smoke when I was in high school, because I'm a good baby. But yeah, so we were just having regular little drinks, regular little food. We cooling at his aunt house or something like that, whatever. But this rekindled our little flame that we had, because it was just like, we had a good ass time. And he was laughing at me because I'm hilarious, and I was laughing at him because he hilarious. And that's basically how it was. So, we was just a couple of clowns in the house. And after the whole party like concluded or whatever, he was like, was I gonna spend the night? Mind y'all, a year of time has passed. I'm allowed to spend the night at people's houses now because I'm not a baby, I'm just a little, okay? So like I'm not 16, I'm 17 now. And so it's like the things that was gating me off were like coming, the gates was opening. It's like, Tisha, you can be your own person, because if we don't give you enough freedom, you're gonna act the natural born fool when you get in college, and we don't want you to be sliding down all the poles. We want you to be a regular human. So we're just gonna let you have the freedom to do whatever it is that you're gonna do, and we're gonna hope that you got our guidance and you know that you shouldn't be doing certain shit, so you're not gonna do it. And I'm just like, exactly. I ain't gonna do it. And so like, yeah, I could spend the night at his house now, but like we wasn't even at his house anyway. We was at his own house, and I'm just rolling. But yeah, we wasn't even at his house anyway. We was at his own house, whatever. And so I was just, oh yeah, I could spend the night. And so spending the night, I'm like, I'm all happy. I'm just like, hey, I'm just being over here. It's great over here. And because I used to eat endless food. She had food stamps, and we was eating. And so yeah, that's basically how it was. I'm so off track, but yes, back to it. Me and him, we just stayed up until like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, just talking, da 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 da. We didn't have school the next day because it was like Friday or something like that, on his birthday party thing. So yeah, basically I stayed over there like the whole weekend. I knew it was a possibility for me to spend the night, and so I just had all my shit in my bag. I was ready. I'm just like, I don't know what y'all getting into, but I know I'm gonna be prepared. And so yeah, we had sat there, talked the whole night. And so then when I had left like Sunday afternoon, yeah, I had left like Sunday afternoon. When I got home, he's just like, did you make it home? And then he wanted to be like, we should hang out, we should meet up, da da da. And then I think like at this time, like either he had a car or he was driving his mother's car sometimes, because she just let him drive the car. And so he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna come and see you, we gonna spend the day together, da da da. I'm just like, oh, okay. And so me and him end up like consistently seeing each other again, but it was like he wouldn't talk to me at certain points in time, and then he would just like do random little weird stuff, and I was just like, do you got a girlfriend? Because I didn't ask when we went to the party, because there wasn't no girl at the party. And so I'm just like, but then I know that men be menning. It don't matter what age they are, I know men be menning. So I'm just like, you could have just not invited her because you was trying to spark some stuff up with me, and so you trying to make it seem like I'm the only girl in your life or something like that. Like, be for real. But she wasn't at the party, so I was just like, okay, because like every girl that was at the party was related to him except for me. I was literally the only girl that wasn't related to him. So I was just like, yeah. And so he was just like, no, a girlfriend, that's crazy, of course not. And I'm just like, okay. He was like, but if you want to get back together, we can. And I'm just like, no. And so I'm just like, we can make out. That's all I got for you. I ain't got nothing else for you. Commitment, I ain't got it for you. You left me once, you won't leave me twice. So sorry. And so that's basically how it was. And then like some time had passed, and he was just like, oh, he gonna invite me over to where he was staying at, because he stopped living with his mother and started living with like his grandmother or something. And so I was like, oh, okay. And so I go over his house, we hanging out, everything like that. Somebody is texting him, and then they text him, and they text him. And back in the day, I don't know how old my viewers is for real, but like I feel like y'all my age. Back in the day, we used to have the ringtones that was like saying something. And then we would differentiate our little ringtones to be different things. And then like our little text, when our little text would come, like each person text had its own look to it or whatever. And so you have like blue and green and purple text and stuff like that. This is back in the day. This is a long time ago, before everybody was like so hell-bent on having an iPhone. It was just like some people had iPhones, some people didn't. And then some people had like little texting apps and all that other stuff. And so like, yeah, that's what it was. And so he had like a special little thing for her, and I was just like, who is Shorty? But I was like, you know what? This is not my man, it's not my business. And so I was just like, I'm not gonna say anything to him about it. I'm gonna let it rock. We going about our day, we still talking, we just hanging out. I think we watched some TV or whatever, and then like flirt, you know, a motherfucker gonna flirt, and a motherfucker is me, cause it's by accident. I really don't be doing it. I just be thinking everything's so cute. I think everything is so sweet. I just be so happy, and I just love people, and I love, and I just think everything is so great. And so I'm just like, and so I accidentally flirt with people, especially if we got like a past. Like I'm going to flirt, and I cannot help it. I'm just like, your haircut look real good, but I can't say it like that. I gotta say it extra. I gotta say something extra. It can't be, oh, your hair looks nice. It gotta be real extra. And I just cannot help it. It just slides off the tongue. And I'm doing better now. But at this time, uncontrollable. And so he's just like, yeah, you keep on flirting with me. Obviously, you want us to get back together, da 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 da. And I'm just like, no, that's not what I'm saying for real. And so he's just like, it's whatever. I know that you want to be with me, so we finna be together soon, da da da. I'm just like, what you mean soon? Like, if we doing it now, we ain't never gonna do it. That's not what I said though, because I just knew that girl on his phone was his girlfriend. Because I was just like, she gotta be a girlfriend. Cause what? Like, why are you pressing a nigga this hard if it's not your boyfriend? But the thing is, we had made out at his birthday party, and then we was doing a bunch of that when I got there. So I'm just like, you know, no swimming. Like, it wasn't even that deep, but it was just like, you still cheating regardless. Like, cause I don't think that any woman is gonna want her man to be just making out with motherfuckers. So that's my whole thing about it. So, like, after a little minute, he got a call. He answered it, and he was just like, yeah. And I heard somebody like on the phone. And so I'm just like, hey, what? And so he was just like, I'm about to go outside. I'll be right back. I said, you about to go outside? You'll be right back? He's like, yeah, I'm about to go outside. I'll be right back. I'm just like, I'm like, yo, all right. So he leave. He go outside. He go out back. Like, the room that I was in, like his bedroom, like led to the backyard. So I just looked out the window and I see a girl outside, y'all. I'm gonna move over and put the little picture. This bitch looked like Miss Finster from Recess. If you my age, you should have seen Recess. Miss Finster from fucking Recess. That's what she looked like. She looked like her, but black. And I was just like, my whole thing is, life be lifing, people go through ups and downs, things be happening, but I don't understand how you built like that and you 17. Because how the fuck is you built like that and we 17? Like, please get it the fuck together. Like, I couldn't even, I was just like, hey, yo. And so he come back in the house, he just like, yeah, we good for real. And I'm just like, who was that? And he was like, what you talking about? I'm just like, who was you just outside with? And he was just like, who said I was outside? And I'm just like, nigga, stop fucking around with me. I'm just like, you don't gotta lie to me. I'm not your bitch. I'm like, we not together. Like, it's no feelings that you need to protect. I'm nosy, and I'm naturally nosy. I want to know everybody's business. What's up? Like, if I'm involved, I really want to know, because I'm like, what's going on? And so he's just like, nah, like, this girl, she came over here to pick something up. I'm just like, I seen you when you went outside. You ain't have nothing in your hands. But I ain't want to blow his spot up. When people lie to me, I allow them the space to lie. Because I'm just like, obviously, you feel like you need to lie. And if it's not hurting me, I'm just going to let you go ahead and lie. This is going to help you and your sanity and how you feel about L situations. So I'm going to allow you the chance to lie. But I'm like, nigga, I seen you go out there with nothing in your hands. You ain't even got no pockets on your shorts. So it ain't like it was something in your pockets. Fuck, you put it in your sock. Fuck, you had a flash drive in your sock that you gave to her. Boy, get the fuck out of here. So I'm just like, shut the fuck up. And so after that, I'm just like, all right, if that's what you said happened, that's what happened. Like, cool, bet. Like, and so he like, yeah. So she came over here to get that. So then he get a bunch of texts again. Then he get another call. And he's just like, stay in here. I'm like, now I gotta stay in here? What if I all of a sudden got up here? What you mean stay in here? What's going on? What do you mean stay in here? And so then the girl, like, I guess she came in his grandmother's house, like, she knocked on the door and then came in, like, not aggressively at all, but she just came in. So then he ran downstairs, like, and the thing is, like, he's tall as shit and he's light skinned and he's slinky as hell. And so it's just like him running down the stairs was so comical. I was just like, you really look like a fucking character. It was so uncute. It was the most most cute shit I ever seen, but it was hilarious. I was just like, wow, okay. And so he was downstairs. He was just like, why did you just walk into my house? And I'm listening to the whole conversation. Y'all know, ear to the door. I'm like, what's going on out here? And so he was just like, why did you just walk into my grandma's house? She was like, because I know that you're lying to me. And he was just like, why would you say that I'm lying to you? Why would I lie to you? I don't be lying to you. I always tell you the truth. What would I be lying for? Lying about what? And she just like, nigga. Because like, obviously it's his girlfriend. At this point, obviously it's his girlfriend. And obviously she got a feeling and she just like, I'm trying to see who in your room type shit. But the light-skinned nigga in him was never going to allow her to say that he was lying and that like he did anything wrong. And so he just was just yapping it up, just telling more lies to further the previous lies and then to get her to get out the house. So then she left. She didn't really leave. She just went out back. And then this nigga told me get in the closet. I said, get in the closet? I was like, you want me to get in a closet for a bitch that's built like Miss Finster on this planet, on God's green earth? The universe said no. I'm not doing that shit. Who the fuck? And so he was just like, now you trying to start an argument with me. Like, all I asked you to do is get in the closet. It's really not even that deep. Like, I just don't want it to be violence. I don't want it to be extra. And I'm just like, what do you mean? He was just like, cause you gonna beat her up. And I know that you gonna beat her up. And I'm just like, what do you mean? So why I gotta hide? Like, and he was just like, because she gonna wanna fight you, but she gonna want me to hold her back. But I'm not gonna hold her back because I don't feel like being a part of no bullshit like that. And I know if she hit you, you gonna beat her up, and I don't have time for that. Because now I gotta tell my grandmother why like these two women is inside her house fighting, and now I'm in trouble. I don't feel like being in trouble, so I just want you to hide. You can't just hide. You can't do this one thing for me. And I was just like, you see, this is how you be getting them. Cause why you even say that like that? Cause now I feel bad. Cause I'm just like, oh, I don't really want his grandmother to get involved. And if she do hit me, I'm gonna beat this bitch up. So I'm just like, what you saying? Low key logical, but like, fuck is you geeking for? I'm like, if you don't put this fat ass bitch out your house, I'm like, I don't have time for this. I'm like, what did you talking about? So, y'all, the 17-year-old in me hit. Because I was just like, you know what? I don't feel like being a part of drama today. So I was like, I'm going to go in this closet, show her the room, and show her the fuck out. Because I'm going to go in this closet because I'm 17. And I feel like everybody got a story about them jumping out of a window or being in a closet. And I was like, this is my time. And I thought it was a game and I thought everything was fun. And so like at the time I was just like, I'm going in the closet. And so, yeah. I went in the closet, whatever. She came in, she was just like, and then she looking behind doors and all this other stuff. She literally opened her closet, but she didn't see me. And I'm just like, if she see me, I'm just going to sneak her. Because I'm not doing all this tussling. But she didn't see me. She didn't see me, and I was just like, all right, cool, bet. And so, then she left out. He talked to her for like another 2 minutes, and then he showed her to the fucking door. And then he came back inside. And I'm just like, you real drama for that. Like, you real live drama for that. Because why the fuck you got bitches pulling up on you? Why you got her coming in your house? Why you don't lock your doors? You see the color of your skin? I know you light skinned, but do you see the color of your skin? We lock doors around here. Why was your door unlocked? And she just walked into your grandmother's house. Like, that's crazy. Like, if I was your grandmother, I would be mad as shit. Like, who is this little girl walking into my house? Who are you? And so being as though that was the case, it was just like, that left a bad taste in my mouth, obviously. But what can we do? So after that, obviously, I was kind of irritated. And back in the day, I don't know if I want to say that, but back in the day, I used to do stuff to be smart, okay? Like, I wasn't always like doing stuff to be smart, and like usually I would do stuff to be smart to people, not to like my friends or like my exes or anything like that. Like, I ain't never revenge F anybody or nothing like that, or talk to nobody's friend just to get a rise out of them. And I never did stuff like that. But when people try to play in my face I always had to get back. And so she texted him or something like, oh, I know you with your ex. And she said something smart about me, but I cannot remember what it was because it wasn't funny. And then also, like, it just wasn't true. Like, I think she just said, like, I was ugly or something, or I had a big head. And I'm just like, now your nigga gonna eat my coochie. Because why? Like, why did you just play in my face? I'm just like, now I gotta act the fool. I'm so sorry. Now I gotta act the fool. Because why did you just talk bad about me? I ain't even say nothing about you. And that's the reason why I said she looked like Miss Finster. Because that triggered a memory. And I'm just like, that was my immediate thought. As soon as I read that text, I'm just like, nah, that bitch that look like a motherfucking character off of Recess trying to play in my ex-boyfriend phone about me. I was just like, not on my fucking watch. And so yeah, I did a thing. Bad Tisha. Oh, I'm so mean. I don't do stuff like that anymore, but I was 17 and she played in my face. So just had to get a little even. But after that, I stopped talking to him because I was just like, you drama. And like, I like to hear about other people's drama, but I don't like to be in drama. Like, I just think that like drama will find me, so I'm not going to look for drama because eventually I'm going to get it when I'm not trying to get it. And so like, this is one of those instances where I was just like, that was very unnecessary, and I don't even know why I was in that predicament, because you should have just told me that you had a girlfriend. Like, if you would have told me you had a girlfriend, it would have been different. I wouldn't have came over here. You could have came to my house. Like, I would have got you an Uber, or you could have got your own Uber, or you could have drove over to my house. Like, I would have never put you in a predicament where you gotta hide in my closet. Like, what's up with you? And so I would have never put you in a predicament where you need to fight a nigga. Like, what's up with you? And so I'm just like, yeah, you got me fucked up. And so after that, I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna chill on you. You cool for real. Love you. You're great. He's and ha-ha-ha's, but this is why I don't talk to your kind. You got me fucked up. And so yeah, that's basically what happened. But I just wanted to tell the foundation of my relationship with him because I got another story to tell. And I told the story, and then once I told the story, I realized there was so much information that I missed that I just deleted it. And so then I just made this one, and I'm going to re-record the other one so that I can be like, oh, because this happened in this, whatever, okay? So it all comes together. But I just had to get my mind right, okay? And so, like, if you're saying, like, oh, Tisha, this wasn't the most eventful story ever. Every story ain't gonna be that damn eventful. Like, my life be crazy, but, like, not every single day and not with every single person. I've had a lot of regular, just loving, beautiful relationships that y'all will never hear about because y'all niggas don't even want to hear about the happiness, okay? Like, one of my three of my videos that just is about happiness, you niggas ain't watch it. Like my born day video, so fuck y'all don't want to hear about the day I was born. That was an interesting story. and now I'm wilding at the end of the video and I don't care. Because I'm just like, I like that story. But yeah, that's basically it for this story, okay? So more of this story is like, don't be hiding in the closet for nobody. Like if their parents come, hide in the closet. But if it's not their parents, beat that bitch up. Hey, we're not going to jail when we that young. Get your fights out when you little so there's no consequences. But no, nowadays people be having blickies on them at 10. So I don't really know about that. Maybe y'all should hide in the closet. Maybe that is the moral of the story. Moral of the story, hide in the closet. Yeah. Hide in the closet. People was crazy. It's crazy out here, okay? It's crazy out here. Just hide in the closet. You'll be fine. And then just make sure that you don't ever have to hide in the closet again. You know? One and done, okay? Just be where you're supposed to be. That's the moral of the story. Be where you're supposed to be. Because when you somewhere you're not supposed to be, something could happen, okay? That's mine. That's mine for y'all. Okay? But I appreciate y'all for watching me. Obviously, like, subscribe, and comment. Okay? Like and comment. I don't know what's up with y'all. Okay? Like, I feel like I appreciate y'all. Appreciate me. Comment. Like, subscribe. Have a conversation with me. DM me. I don't know. I respond to DMs. Just description gonna have my little IG in there. I be responding. 3 people done told me some stories, and I've had a great time reading the stories. And I feel like at some point in time on this channel, I'm gonna start telling some stories on here, other people's stories. They can send me their stories, and then I can tell them how I feel about it, because guess what, I got a lot of opinions. And I'm a natural born fool, and so I would like to tell somebody else's stories in my way of talking, because I make me laugh and I love me. And I be having a good time re-looking at all of these little videos, because I'm my own editor, and so I be like as I'm editing the video. But yeah, that's besides the point, y'all. I'm rambling because like I love it here. I appreciate y'all. And for me, story time Tish, the tea is over. Peace and love.